Alrighty, here we have Flying Arrows being played on the Super Game Boy 2 through a Game Boy Flash cart. This ROM was provided to me for the purposes of this review by the developer and publisher, Studio Loading, so I want to thank them for the review opportunity. Now, this is an original Game Boy game, and what I think is kind of interesting, and I'm not sure what's going on here, I'm not sure if this is a case of what Space Invaders on the Game Boy can do, which is kind of make it a better game, so to speak, because from what I understand, Super Game Boy is not supposed to be able to do Game Boy Color, and clearly this appears to be in Game Boy Color mode, or at least some component of it. Because if you play this in a original Game Boy, it takes on a very brown-orange tint to everything. So I know it's not playing in monochrome. But this is a platformer, not unlike games came before it, kind of like Black Castle is another game I think of when I play this game. But this is more of like I'm not gonna call it Metroidvania, but it has more of an adventure feel to it, more Castlevania-like feel to it than other games I've played. But it's a great game, guys. It consists of, I believe, two areas, the sewer and the dungeon/castle. And so your goal, at least for starters, is to find and take out the wolf. And I absolutely love the gameplay mechanics. It's not too difficult, not too simple. Here we go. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here, because if you notice, it's now become grayscale with the HUD in color. So I don't know what's going on here, but that's okay. I'm okay with what this is doing, because the color is a nice touch. So just keep in mind that your mileage may vary with this game. If you pick this game up and expect to play it in a Super Game Boy, just understand that it may play in monochrome / have color. It may play in monochrome. It may play in full color. Not entirely sure. Oh. No, that's what I need to do. I need to shoot up. Oh, come on. There we go. Got him. Yeah, this boss is a little difficult to get the hang of, rather. Although it's easier to play with the Super Nintendo controller over the Game Boy controls. I will say that much, especially for this boss. There we go. Through the sewer. I think I misspoke, actually, because it said it contains of 2 stages, but clearly there's more than that. I think it's just because I was going off of what the manual is saying and not the actual game, because the manual I have only has the first 2 stages in it. Now, what's kind of interesting here is the fact that you'll notice that, again, the HUD area is in color, whereas the rest of the game appears to be in like a monochrome purple color. Oh, I need to get off that. Oh well. I'm supposed to ride the arrow across. Oh, come on, stupid spiders. I do appreciate the fact that you have multiple hits you can take. It's not a one-hit death, which is definitely a welcome change to other games that have come before it. I think there's a little bit of slowdown, but I think that's just the Super Game Boy. I know sometimes a Super Game Boy Super Game Boy plays slower than in a standard Game Boy Color. But yeah, guys, this is Flying Arrows, a great um, adventure platforming game on the Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and definitely one you should check out if you're a fan of those types of games. And again, this isn't full monochrome, so I really don't know what this game is doing on the Super Game Boy 2. It is definitely not playing the way it should. And that is okay. I'm just happy it plays it all. Because some retro indies on Game Boy, Game Boy Color will not play Super Game Boy 2 at all. So I'm glad that this at least has some semblance of playability, even if the colors are a little out of whack. So, alright, well again, this has been a look at Flying Arrows on the Game Boy, Game Boy Color. I want to thank the publisher for the opportunity. This game is really cool. It makes me really excited for the sequel, Flying Arrows 2, which I believe is still currently in development. At least it's, I think the Kickstarter for it is still going. So happy to see what that's going to bring to the table. It's definitely, from what I've seen over on Twitter, definitely is a bit different than this one, but still looks like a very promising game. And thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. As always, until next time, take care and happy gaming.